What's up, Philly?
Now, Andy Robb, Ken Prell, the Philly Hockey Guys.
Briere moving in, stops, touches to the middle, still has it, shot! Score! Hit the post and ward it in! Briere, the overtime hero! Flyers win it! And it's a chance around in front for Briere, he scores! Danny Briere! A huge goal for Philadelphia! Pops it onto the corner and goes to get it, but it's Voracek there turning away from Zidlinski. Back to Briere, fire! Score!
Yeah, I like it.
That's how you start a show.
Yes, because it's the intro for the show. So yes, by definition, it is how you start a show.
I'm talking about fond memories, though. That's how you start a show.
Oh, okay. Specifics. Welcome to episode number 5, the Philly Hockey Guys podcast. It's been a while since episode 4. Just had some scheduling issues with one another, but
we're busy guys.
Yeah, it's been a busy last couple days. I'm sure it's been busy for everybody else out there listening, but I'll tell you one thing that hasn't been busy. The off season.
Exactly. There's been really nothing going on, so it's not like we've missed anything since the last show.
Yeah, but we did miss a little bit of news did just come out. Of course, if you notice our intro, Mr. Playoffs, the Great 48 hanging them up after 17 seasons in the NHL.
17 seasons, 6 of those spent with the Philadelphia Flyers.
And he had some great years with the Buffalo Sabres as well.
Yes, he did. His play with the Sabres is the reason why he got that big deal.
I mean, really, that was because my father is a Sabres fan, and the closest that the Sabres came to winning that cup was that 99 team with Hasek, and then Hasek's like, I want to go play in Detroit now because I win there.
And he did.
Yeah. Well, welcome once again to episode 5. Thanks to everybody that's interacted with us so far on Reddit, Flyers. I mean, big shout out to that community. Again, you guys are so awesome.
Absolutely. Every time we throw something out there, we get great responses back.
Yeah, we've had some great responses to
and we're going to hit on a lot of those today.
Yeah, exactly. We asked some questions of Reddit Flyers users, and we'll get into that in a bit. We also asked the question on Twitter. You can follow us at Philly Hockey Guy and all that good stuff. You probably know it by now. So let's jump into episode number 5. Let's start talking about the man who's hanging him up and gave his press conference yesterday, Danny Briere.
All right. Well, Danny Briere, of course, 6 seasons with the Philadelphia Flyers, played 17 overall. For the Flyers, 124 goals in 364 games.
Fantastic.
Also had 159 assists during that time, but the real story was in the playoffs.
That's right, Mr. Playoffs.
I mean, 2010?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my. I mean, he was just on fire that entire playoff season.
Absolutely, he was.
During the playoffs with the Flyers, 68 points, 36 goals. The stats are just mind-boggling.
Absolutely. And actually talking about that 2010 playoff run, in Danny Briere's press conference yesterday at the Skate Zone in Voorhees, he said that his favorite memory of playing in Philadelphia was the run in 2010.
Well, remember how that run started?
Yeah?
The shootout win over the Rangers.
I still can't believe that.
So it was so improbable that year that the Flyers actually won a shootout. But then that run through 2010, just coming up 2 games short, still a killer.
It is, but you know what? It
was a lot of fun, though.
It's great to know that, we made it that far.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, because that was a team that had no business being there.
No, not at all. Nobody would ever pick the Flyers to make it to the 2010 Cup Finals.
Well, because of Briere and a couple other guys chipping in that in that offseason, gave us that magical run.
Yeah, I mean, I still miss Briere, even though we bought out his contract back in 2013. I mean, his production dropped off a bit, but, he's still a player that I have nothing but the utmost respect for.
Oh, absolutely.
On and off the ice. I mean, the reason that he's hanging up his career after thinking about it is he wants to be there for his 3 sons during the years where they might need him the most, high school, going into college, all that stuff. I mean, that's so admirable of him to do, to say, I need to accept my responsibilities. I need to take care of my children. It's time for me to step away.
And let's not forget about what he did while he was playing here. Let's not forget, too, that when Giroux came up, remember, he lived with Briere.
That's right.
When Couturier came up, also stayed with Briere.
Yeah.
I mean, so he was just so integral, not only on the ice, but I think really more so off the ice, showing these guys how to play in the NHL, how to carry themselves. And really, I mean, one of my favorite players of all time.
Yeah,
Danny
he
Briere.
will truly be missed. I mean, like I said before, we've missed him since 2013. But that raises the question now, Ken, that I'm sure that's on a lot of people's minds. It's on my mind. That's what I'm about to ask you. Will you see a place for Danny Briere within the organization now?
I think if he wants one, he's got one. He loves the area. So if he wants to be a scout or work in the front office somewhere, I mean, no organization in sports, not just the NHL in sports, takes care of their ex-players better than the Philadelphia Flyers.
Just look at Craig Berube. Look how long he stuck around for. I'm sorry.
But again, I'm sure he'll find a job in the organization somewhere down the line.
It's also been said that he also has an interest in broadcasting, too, possibly.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe he can replace Michael Barkan. That would be awesome.
I think a dog could replace Michael Barkan. and that show wouldn't miss a beat.
No. Let's go to the dog named Michael Barkan.
There you go. See? It works perfectly. But back to Briere. I'm glad the Flyers have already announced a game where they'll celebrate his career October 27th.
Against Buffalo.
Against Buffalo, so
awesome.
Perfect.
It's fantastic.
I already got a Facebook message from my nephew saying, we're going to this, right?
Am I going?
No, me and my nephew. Well, I guess you could come too.
That was rude. No. Jerk. Okay.
But yeah, that'll be very cool to see.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what I really liked about his press conference yesterday? That he played for 5 NHL teams, but he's talking about retirement. And what's the one crest that's behind him?
The Flyers.
I love it.
Yep.
I do. I hope the guy stays with us. I hope he finds some part in the organization like we talked about just a few minutes ago. I wish him the best of luck, for sure.
Absolutely. And I think we'll be seeing him a lot around the Flyers for years to come in some kind of capacity.
Absolutely, because he said Philly's always going to be his home. So,
of course, Briere, obviously all the love we've thrown on him here in the beginning of this show, one of our favorites of all time.
Yeah.
We talked about it in the last episode, who were some of our favorites, and we opened it up to the Reddit community.
That's true. We made a post about a week ago. Who is your favorite Flyers player, past or present? You don't have to do both, but some people did. And why?
And we got a lot of responses, and some great responses, and some surprises, too. Some players I haven't thought about in years.
Yeah, you want to start with one that you weren't expecting to see?
Yep.
Michael Handzus.
Really? I
yes.
know. That one really jumped out at me.
From BananaPhone7475, who made that awesome Hooters graphic. That's the guy that did the Hooters.
Okay. Yeah.
He said, Handzus is one of my all-time favorites, mostly because when I got first into hockey as a kid, he was a workhorse, and, of course, he loved the Zeus chant. Well, yeah.
That was great.
I loved it.
Yep.
It's too bad we traded him for a bag of raisins. Or we may as well have traded him for a bag of raisins because we got crap.
We
in
got
return.
nothing back. Yeah, that was one of Clark's moves, wasn't it?
Yep, sure was. Speaking of that, that's another one. A lot of people have said Bobby Clark.
Yes.
Obviously, just celebrated his 66th birthday as well, just the other week. Okay, you want to stay on ones that you weren't expecting to see?
Okay, who else have we got on the list?
Here's one from Delaware PT. He said, "It's not a popular name. Most people don't even remember him. But when I was a kid, I loved Kevin Dineen." Neeners!
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good one.
I liked him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And was rumored to be in the mix for the head coaching job, right?
That's true, because he was with the Florida Panthers for a while.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So that's a good one. That's an out-of-the-box thinker right there.
That's a good one. I wasn't expecting that. Now, here's another one that I wasn't expecting to see, but I kind of agree. I like this guy. From Navy Guy 87, he said, Antero Niittymaki.
Really?
Uh-huh. He said, loved his flexibility, and he had potential until that dreadful 06-07 season.
Yeah, let's not bring that one up.
I like Nitty.
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah.
How about some of the more popular players?
Well, let's start with the best comment that we got about that from Qwerty Sack. Claude Giroux for obvious ass-grabbing, jersey-biting, and grilled cheese-eating reasons.
Absolutely.
Completely agree with that. There's really no other way to slice it.
Cannot argue with that one at all.
No. Sammy Kapanen was another one.
Kapanen, really?
Yeah, Sammy Kapanen. From user Practically a Chemist, who's a great poster on Reddit Flyers. He said, Sammy Kapanen, I'll never know how a heart that big fit inside someone so small.
That's a good one.
The dude put it out there every night.
Absolutely.
He really did.
Yep.
And it was really painful to see his son get drafted at the draft by the Penguins.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. The Penguins are selling their future off left and right, and now he's going to be at the Leafs.
And I got a little bit more about the Penguins later on about where their farm system is.
Oh, boy. I can't wait to hear about that.
So there we go. That's coming up a little bit later on in the show.
Cool.
There was one name that jumped out, and it's all because of this play, I believe.
Gagne for Leno. Leno to Richards. Richards' a shot redirected. Gagne shot. He scores! Simone Gagne! Can you believe it? Power play goal, and the Flyers all the way back.
Game 7.
This thing 4-3.
Yep. Yep, that was a majority, actually, of most of the people on Reddit. Flyers have said our very own number 12, Simone Gagne, as their favorite Flyers player of all time.
We were talking about Briere and the magical run in 2010. Gagne during 2010, during that playoff run, was
what a force.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
And playing hurt. Oh, I mean, there's a reason why that guy was listed so many times on our post.
Really miss Simone Gagne.
Yep.
I really loved that one part of that lockout season where he came back. That was really something special.
And you're not too happy with Raffle having that number.
No, I've gotten over that by this point.
But when he first came up and they gave him 12, you were pretty upset.
That's true. If we're gonna go back into history, yeah. So I was like, that's not right, man.
No, it was kind of weird seeing it out there. I've gotten used to it, but
think about how weird it's gonna be this season seeing Sam Gagne.
That's
Gagner.
True. Gagner, yeah.
Seeing Gags out there.
That's how we separate them.
Yeah. Another one that I agree with, that I like, somebody actually posted this, so of course I'm going to have to mention it, from, I never know how to say his name. It's like Juge88, Yug88, Jug88.
One of those.
Something
You know
like
who
that.
you are.
Maybe Yager. The year he was here was the year I started watching, so he always felt like ours to me. I love Jaromir Jagr. Can I just say it?
Here's my impression of Andy ever since Jagr has left and the trade deadline has come up. Do you think we're getting Jagr? Do you think we're getting Jagr? I think we're getting Jagr. We're getting Jagr. Hey, did I tell you I found a Jagr t-shirt?
I love Jagr. In fact, I have a number 68 Winter Classic Jagr jersey, and man, the trolling of Penguin fans around here is just so delicious when I wear that walking around.
Yes, because we are in central Pennsylvania, so it's kind of a mix of Flyers and Penguins fans around here. So, yeah, that's a nice little...
Welcome to State College, where the Pittsburgh Penguins have only existed since 2008.
It's a nice little jab to them when you're wearing your Jagr stuff around here.
Either that or I have a Talbot jersey,
too.
Oh,
that's even good, too.
Yeah.
Did anybody mention Talbot?
No, but I really enjoyed seeing him play with us.
Yeah. He was...
I wish we kept him a little bit longer. I wish we didn't trade him for Steve Downey. That
was another Homer special. You okay there?
Oh, man, I'm sorry. I just feel sick.
I got something that'll make you feel a little bit better.
Really?
Here's Keith Primo with it first. Primo cuts the attack, scores! There it is! Keith Primo! The much-maligned center of the Philadelphia Flyers wins this game in the 5th overtime.
Keith Primo, another name that was up there a bunch of times on the favorites list. And
Let's see. I remember I was in middle school when this game was on, and it went late.
It went very late. I remember I was actually working in radio and doing mornings and basically got about a half hour's sleep before I had to go in and do the show the next morning.
What a game that was.
It was fantastic. And
I Yell at Toast said Keith Primo because Keith Primo. I never even looked at his username. I was just like, Keith Primo, awesome. So, of course, we're talking about who's your favorite Flyers player of all time, past or present. We asked the question on Reddit Flyers. User Vanderbreeze has a good one. You ready for this one?
Yes.
Rod Brindamore.
Oh, I got a Rod Brindamore jersey at home.
Our own Hot Rod.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a black Brindamore jersey.
I just got a black Gagne jersey, remember?
Yes,
I won that on eBay.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. We'll post pictures of that later.
Brindamore, definitely one of my favorites growing up as well.
Oh, for sure. And Vanderbreeze goes on to say, no player worked as hard or gave more for the organization than he did. Can't wait for that retirement ceremony for Rod Brindamore's number to be retired into the Flyers Hall of Fame. Yes, but remember what we talked about in episode 2. They pushed it back to retire 36 in Philadelphia in honor of Zach Ronaldo. They're going to have Zach
It all
Ronaldo
comes back
night.
to Zach Ronaldo.
It'll be awesome. But yeah, dude, in all seriously, I love Brind'Amour. He contributed so much to this team, and it's bittersweet, but of course, you can't help but be happy for him when he won the Cup with Carolina.
I don't know if I was too happy at that time.
How about when he
he
was
did.
at the draft in Philadelphia and the reception that he got
Well, he
from the
deserves
Flyers
it.
fan? That
Yeah.
was, the look on his face, like you could see it. It was pure joy.
All right, let's go through a couple more favorites before we move on here.
Absolutely. And don't forget, you can submit yours anytime at Philly Hockey Guy. And also, we're on Reddit Flyers, too. So just talk to us. We won't bite. Here's one from Joe_Cop. Cop with 2 P's, by the way. He said, I'm a pretty big Mace fan based on degree of studness and stick handling ability. I agree.
Absolutely. It's so nice to finally have a goaltender we can count on. And not be one of the problems that we're looking at going into a season.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It feels very weird. Doesn't it? It's like, isn't there some kind of shakeup? Isn't there some kind of goalie controversy needs to be happening here? We're in Philadelphia.
Because every year it was always, all right, what's the biggest need for the Flyers?
One thing or another. Yeah. As long as he stays healthy, which I feel like he's going to stay healthier than last season, I think that working under Kim Dillabaugh is also going to do a lot of good things for him.
Excited for what Mace has in store this year.
I feel like he can't go anywhere but up.
Absolutely. Let's hope so.
Yeah,
Fingers
seriously.
crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
All right, and one more. Big E.
Yes.
88.
From J42 Justin saying, Eric Lindros, regardless of the drama, greatest talent ever wearing our crest, and his award speech just showed how badly he wanted to win for the city. What was that, in 1995, right?
95, the speech.
Thank you to the fans of Philadelphia who supported us when we weren't so good. We're getting better, and we're going to do it. Thank you.
I like that little, scattered applause at the
There was
beginning.
about 4 people clapping.
We weren't very good.
That turned the franchise around, because remember how bad they were in the early 90s?
I remember in 1995 when Lindros won the Hart Trophy, he was going against Jágr head-to-head
That's right.
in the scoring competition, and that was, what a
And
great
Jágr
time.
got it because of goals, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What a great season that was in 95, and almost got us there in 97.
Could you imagine if the Legion of Doom line had Jágr on it? If we didn't, if we drafted him, if we didn't pass over him, can you just imagine? I'm just saying. Just imagine what that would have been like.
If we're still doing the show by the trade deadline, just everybody out there get ready for, do you think we'll trade for Jágr this year?
Hashtag Jágr watch, dude. It's going to happen.
Well, let's move on here because something very interesting. I don't know if you saw this on BroadStreetHockey.com just last week. ESPN Insider. I don't know what to really think about that, but ESPN Insider Corey Pronman.
Oh, Pronman.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to bash on ESPN this time because this dude, he actually knows what he's talking about.
Apparently a media authority on NHL prospects.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
All right, so then we'll listen to what he has to say here. A couple years ago, he actually ranked the Flyers 25th in the NHL for their farm system.
Mm-hmm.
This
Who
year,
can forget?
This year, you ready?
I'm ready.
10th.
10th out of what?
10th out of the entire league.
No way.
Yep, top 10.
Fantastic.
Yep. He says the Flyer system has had a massive turnaround over the past 24 months due to great drafting and progression from significant prospects. Their group of young defensemen is elite by any measure. Elite defensemen.
That's
wow.
nice.
I don't remember the way. I don't think we've ever said that about the Flyers prospects.
Yeah, as in terms of homegrown defensemen?
Yes.
No.
I mean, it's just great to hear.
I can't even remember the last time.
So, he also thinks that at forward and in the net, they are above average in terms of prospects, primarily due to the past 2 draft classes. After years of being in the bottom tier of these rankings, the Flyers are building the proper foundation.
We're in the top 10 in prospects.
You
we
gotta
don't
love
have
it.
a goalie controversy.
Nope.
What the hell's happening?
I'm telling you, the future is bright, and get ready for that dynasty.
I love it.
It's just around the corner.
I said, don't throw that D word out there.
Dynasty's on its way. You ready for more good news from Pronman's rankings?
Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Guess which team is dead last in the NHL?
Dead last in prospects.
Yep.
I'm going to have to go ahead and say the Yotes.
No, the Penguins. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Yes. They are now 30th in Pronman's rankings. He says there really wasn't anybody close to Pittsburgh for the 30th spot.
Wow.
No one's even close. The organization is all in for the next 2 or 3 seasons, and it has more or less burned its system to the ground through deals of top draft picks and prospects to get there.
Wow.
So look for another bankruptcy in a couple years, and then maybe they'll move to Seattle or Kansas City.
No, they're not going to move because you know what's going to happen. They're going to get gift-wrapped a number 1 draft pick again to save their city again.
Yep, Bettman will take care of them. We don't have to worry about that, I guess. But screw them. Let's get back to the list here because I got even more good news.
Even more good news.
Number 29 on Pronman's list, the New York Rangers.
No way.
Yep, the Rangers, another team that's committed full force into winning right now, moving high picks and top youngsters. So, again, they're all in right now, but again, they'll be down and out in a couple of years.
Fantastic.
So good things here out of ESPN's rankings of the farm system in the NHL.
Good. F them.
And the rest of the division, if you want to know what they are, the Islanders come in 5th. Blue Jackets 8th, of course, the Flyers 10th, Hurricanes 11th, Capitals 21st, and the Devils 26th. So a bunch of teams in our division are in the bottom 10.
The Metropolitan Division.
I refuse to call it
the Metro Division. So you mean to tell me that the Capitals, the Devils, the Rangers, and the Penguins are all in the 20s through 30s?
Yep, all bottom 10.
Oh, that's it for the show. Oh, is that breaking news?
Yes, breaking news. Have you heard the Flyers' new tagline for this season?
What, like eat fresh? I'm sorry.
You ready? Here it is.
The 2015-16 Philadelphia Flyers season. Speed, action, power, passion, emotion, fire, and ice. Play boldly.
Speed, action, power, passion, booze, nachos, crab fries, hockey.
Play boldly.
Play boldly?
That's the slogan.
When I think the term bold, I think 2 things. Laundry detergent or steak sauce. Play boldly? What was all those adjectives that they were using there?
I don't know. I mean,
emotion.
They were basically
excitement.
Covering everything that could possibly happen during a hockey game.
Emotion, excitement, enthusiasm, excellence.
Play boldly.
But what does that mean? I also think Star Trek, boldly go where no man has gone before.
Maybe that's where this team's going, to a Stanley Cup.
But they've already been there twice.
Yeah, but it's been 40 years. Most of the fans haven't been alive to see.
I don't know. Play boldly.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
Why do teams have to have stupid slogans like this?
Well,
to define their season? I don't know why. Play boldly.
So not a fan of play boldly?
No. Why don't you just be like, hey, we're the Flyers, we'll kick the shit out of you. Hey.
Now that I like. I could see that on a T-shirt.
Hey, we're the Flyers. Don't bring a hitchhiking robot into the Wells Fargo Center. We'll beat its ass. Hey. How about that one?
Let's move on to next question here as we go back to Reddit.
Is that what we're going to call this segment?
Yeah, because I get to yell, next question.
All right. This question comes from, I love this username on Reddit Flyers, Captain Butt Grabber.
Yes.
All right, now we do have one
That's
question.
quite a tribute to G.
Yeah, seriously. We do have one question that we will address in just a second, but first we got to get one of this. This is a good one. Favorite Flyers jersey? Is it the black one, the Winter Classic, the current home one, that ugly chrome alternate one, the Cooperalls jersey? Which one is your favorite?
My favorite is the, I guess it's the current 3rd jersey right now, the old Winter Classic one.
Okay.
The one I wore against the Rangers.
Cool. I like that one, too. I like that one a lot.
I wish they would kind of just go to that all the time. That's how much I like it.
You see, I used to like the black one a lot, but now in today's standards, since there's so many bandwagon fans around, it would be considered too Pittsburgh Penguin-y.
Yep.
So I'm glad that we dropped that. I am a fan of just the return of the classic orange. What we have now are our home jerseys.
Can I just bring up something about orange jerseys?
Speaking of home jerseys, sure.
What the hell are the Anaheim Ducks doing?
Oh, you want to go there? Oh, let me just tell you. I was watching NHL Network last night. I was watching a game, Winnipeg Jets versus Anaheim Ducks. The whole arena, they're wearing orange. I'm like, Are they playing on Broad Street?
Did you see their new 3rd jerseys?
Oh, I saw it.
They're Flyer ripoffs.
So they're just ripping us off. Listen, you got your team from a movie that starred Emilio Estevez and that shitbag from Dawson's Creek.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Joshua Jackson. I didn't mean to call you a shitbag.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did.
No, but it's bringing up the orange jerseys really, just brought that to mind. And I saw that just last week. And
maybe they think it's okay because Goldberg was a Flyers fan.
No, that doesn't work either.
I know. I know. That's insane. I hate that.
Yeah.
Just go back to your ugly maroon and teal colors that you had in the 90s, you asses.
I mean, I completely understand wanting to go to the orange and black, but you can't do that. That's ours. All right, next question.
All right, we got to get this one out of the way from Reddit Flyers because they've been asking it a lot. Everyone asks it, so let's address it.
Okay, what's that?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
What?
You know, Philadelphia Flyers fans, we started this whole thing. We started the snowball rolling down the hill. Is a hot dog a sandwich? We kicked off this hot debate.
No, it's a hot dog.
See, I'm gonna classify it as a sandwich because you've got bread and you have something in between. Hence, sandwich.
I just never thought of it either way. I just always thought.
I mean, a cheesesteak's a sandwich by that same degree.
It's a hot dog.
That doesn't really answer it. Is it a sandwich? Yes or no? So you're going to say no. I'm saying yes.
Yeah, no, it's just a hot dog.
So you don't classify
there
it
is
as a
no
sandwich.
classification anywhere. It's just hot dog.
I don't see how we agree on anything.
Now, what if you're like a little kid and you get your hot dog cut up for you? Then it's not a sandwich.
Well, you suck. You're a stupid kid. Shut up. You're going nowhere in life. You're going to eat a hot dog like that.
What if I'm trying to cut out carbs and I get rid of the bread, and I'm just eating the hot dog then?
You're a weakling.
I honestly don't care either way.
Now, I'm going to say it is a sandwich.
Okay, all right. I guess that's the official position then.
It's kind of like a
Philly hockey
50-50
guys.
split, but I think a lot of people think it is a sandwich. I don't know.
I just can't believe it's that big of a question.
I just kind of want a hot dog now.
Yeah.
Speaking
All
of
right.
which, free hot dogs at the Flyers game for when the Pope comes.
That's right.
That's right.
Breaking news right there.
They moved the game back to 6 o'clock. Free hot dogs, free pretzels, and half off everything in the Flyers store.
Thank you, Pope.
Woohoo! So you can save money on that brand new Andrew McDonald jersey.
All right, next question.
Jesus Christ, man. You got to stop yelling at me like that. All right, here's a good one. Do you remember your first Flyers game?
Oh, first Flyers game. You know what? It wasn't actually a Flyers game. It was an alumni game.
Oh,
that
awesome.
I went to against it was the old Flyers against celebrities like Alan Thicke.
Dr. Jason
Yes.
Seaver?
I believe Michael J. Fox may have been on that team.
Okay.
I don't know. I was really young.
Wow.
But that was the first time I ever had gone to the Spectrum to see
Very cool.
ice hockey.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember my first necessarily, but the one that sticks out most vividly to me was back in 2006. I went to a Flyers game, Flyers-Islanders. There was a lot of fights in that game, and I got to see Gagne and Forsberg playing together.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it was amazing. And the best part about that story was we were sitting, I think, up in like the 200 level, and behind us was this older couple, and, we started talking to them a little bit, and they traveled from Sweden to come to Philadelphia to see Forsberg play.
Really?
And also go like sightseeing with Philadelphia. But
cool.
yeah, they came all the way from Sweden to see Foppa play, and I was like, that is really cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good story.
Absolutely.
All right, next question.
Next question. First heartbreak. Well, I had a girlfriend that cheated on me. Are we talking about hockey?
Oh, hockey heartbreak?
Oh, Flyers heartbreak.
Oh, okay.
Every season?
For me, it's got to be Game 7, Stanley Cup, 87.
I'm going to fast forward 10 years. 1997.
Yeah, that was another.
The Red Wings.
But they got
sweep.
swept out. I mean, you go back to 87 when Hextall, steals Game 6. Then they go and you think, all right, they got a chance, and just couldn't do it. So
Right.
that was, and again, I was young, so that crushed me. But yeah, 97 against the Red Wings was another tough one too.
Yeah, that one sucked.
The
Well,
fact that
let's
they
also
just
not
got
forget.
swept out. Oh,
Let's also not forget 2010 either. Having the cup being presented to the Blackhawks in the Wells Fargo Center.
see, that one didn't break my heart as much because that team had no business being in the Cup. It would have been nice to win. There were 2 wins away, but it didn't hurt as much as the 87 and 97 teams.
What about Pronger taking that stick to the eye?
That was pretty bad.
Hearing that scream, dude.
Yeah,
Like
that was awful.
Yeah, that's really devastating as a fan. But
All right.
yeah,
I'm
I got to
getting
go with
depressed.
I got to go with the cup losses, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll side with you on that one. But also the Pronger injury, that was big too.
All right, let's end this on a high note then. Next question.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Okay, sure. Why not?
Okay, there we go.
All right, is that going to do it for episode 5?
Yeah, I think we can go ahead and end this one, but we've got tons of stuff coming up for episode 6.
We're working on a bunch of things.
We are going to announce our first official Philly Hockey Guys Flyers giveaway contest coming up very soon, probably around towards the start of training camp as we get closer to the season. We will have a fan contest, though, for you to win something Flyers-related from the show. It could be anything. It could be a box of Flyers raisins.
And speaking of contests, we threw out in episode 4 the goal songs.
Ah, yes, the old goal song competition we had going there.
And we actually had a winner from that, and that's how we're going to wrap up the shows.
So we'll go ahead and announce our Reddit Flyers winner for the goal song. Who is it?
It was submitted by Matt Micko.
Matt_Micko. Ah, his NHL goal song.
Yes, from what, NHL 12? Is that where he pulled it from?
Yep, we're talking about Scooter, the same dude that did Dupe. It's Jayador Hardcore.
All right, that's it for episode 5. For Andy Robb, I'm Ken Prell.
And a big congratulations to Matt_Micko. Thanks, everybody, for interacting with us. Here it is, the winning goal song.
See ya.
Doing it together.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like the Philly Hockey Guys podcast page on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Philly Hockey Guy. And subscribe on iTunes, TuneIn, and SoundCloud.